Hello, my beautiful souls. Tirza Schaefer here, the smiling goddess. Welcome to another Tirza's Tarot Tuesday. Couldn't record earlier because we've been out and about, and my son came by, and we had a great time, so we couldn't stop talking. Anyway, I've got a special surprise which will go out with my newsletter and also on my blog, tirzaschaefer.com/blog. Have a look a bit later on. It's probably an hour or so. I've written that article, it's finished, and there'll be a link to the whole thing. And also, I wanted to say that I'm so excited. I'm doing at the moment a 5-6 day course with Natasha Bray. She is the founder of Heart Healing, innovator, self-made millionaire. And she's absolutely brilliant, and I had such great insights. She's always done like a guided meditation healing session with her classes, with her teaching, and that's always a powerful thing, of course. So I've had a few more insights with all the goddess work that I'm doing. I've been neglecting working with the divine masculine, and obviously some work needs still to be done. We're all a work in progress, of course. So, and because I've had some great breakthroughs lately as well, before that course already, I've done a 6 weeks course with Jara Geipel. She is a money coach, and she also does hypnosis, RTT, after Marissa Peer, and that's some powerful stuff too. So I've made some great progress with my finances. I can actually look at them now without having a heart attack, which is so cool. And they're getting much healthier. So thank you for these great, wonderful women to impact me in such a way that, that was like a big building site for me. Of course, still is, but I can finally see some progress, which is super cool. And I am ever so grateful. So I would really love to give a big shout out to both of them. And I'll put both their links into the info box so you can check them out. And plus I am really enjoying my astrology course with Sinead Fine, which is absolutely brilliant. She's the owner of Tarot for Women. She teaches tarot, astrology, like feminine centered and very intuitive. She reads tarot, of course, as well. She reads birth charts, really, really great. And she's just such a wonderful, amazing teacher. So, I don't think I would have been able to learn tarot or astrology without her. Obviously, I'm just a beginner still in astrology. I'm still learning with it, but I'm actually getting the hang of it now. The idea, the concept, before it was like, show me a birth chart. It was like, what does that all mean? There's like lines everywhere and strange symbols. And okay, I know I'm a Scorpio and I've got ascendant Leo, and that was like all I knew really. So maybe like had a vague idea of what all the other zodiac signs mean, but so I'm slowly getting the I think the patterns involved, and how things work together and things, at least in theory, so now it's about putting that into practice and practice and practice and and you obviously have to use your intuition for that as well. But it's brilliant. So so much fun. I really love it, and I'm having with all of them, all three of them that I've mentioned, these wonderful aha moments and feelings that, I'm progressing in my self-development in general and in my knowledge in particular as well. So, it's beautiful. Anyway, I'll put all the relevant links in the info box later on, and you can click on whoever you want, whatever you want, my blog, or one of those beautiful, amazing ladies who make such a positive impact on the world in so many different ways. And read my article because I really love it. It's kind of a bit, trigger warning here. That's what you usually say about novels that might have either sexual or violent content. But it's also, it's a truth, and there's no judgment to it. The message I channeled, it came from a really loving place. And it's an explanation, not an excuse, not an accusation or anything. Made that quite clear in the text as well. But I just want to say that when you read that, you kind of have your mind set up towards that already. So, so you don't have, any kind of negative feelings, but just understand the world a bit better maybe. And be able to receive the healing message that comes from that, okay? Because Dear is all about opening the heart. Got a lot of heart healing, so it's no surprise, that Dear came to me in form of a stag, for me personally, to work with me. So yeah, it's like you're ready now. It's like about unconditional love, inner peace, having empathy, having understanding, observing silently, when you go into a room, you don't need to be the center of attention. You can stand there and observe how people behave, how they act, whatever, or what they feel, with your intuitive powers. I think a lot of you who watch this are empaths, so you probably pick up on the energies quite well. So, that's kind of in a nutshell what Dear is about. There's a lot more to it, and I think I've written like 4 or 5 pages. A4 pages. But anyway, maybe not quite that much. But anyway, it's not overwhelming or anything. So, let's start with the Goddess of the Week now for this reading. Aloza. She's like a bit of a darker shade of Venus, Aphrodite kind of thing, because she also stands for death. So she's got both that loving, shining, fertile, full of life kind of energy, but she's also the Death Star. So at the same time, she's all about death, about ending cycles and things like that. So we've got both. Which is very interesting because it's like, I would say, well, from what just went on with me personally, and it's also it applies generally, love brings rebirth in a positive way. So let's phrase it that way. Old has to die to make room for the new. We want to have something more loving, something kinder, something more understanding in place of what has been before. So, in our own little individual personal world as well as on a larger scale, but sometimes, obviously there's a lot of death in the world, violently done as well, which is never a good thing, no matter who does it. And there's more people working for peace. And first of all, we have to find that peace, that love, that understanding inside of us Otherwise, we can't expect that to be like, you know, if it's not happening in the microcosm, it can't happen in the macrocosm, basically. So we all need to work on ourselves as well as, you know, whatever you do to help with bringing about world peace or peace in certain areas of the world, you know, wherever your personal interest or focus lies. So, yeah, that's Al-Uzza, and she's a pre-Islamic goddess, so it's quite close to, you know, one of the hot spots, obviously, that we have at the moment in the world. Had for a long time, and more pessimistic people say that probably, you know, won't ever stop, but I'm hoping for something better, and we can all work on that, of course. So, and I know a lot of people do also in that area. So anyway, let's have a look at what the cards say. Oh, that's some nice energy. That is some nice energy. That's some nice stuff. And we've got 3 major arcana cards, so that's going to be a powerful thing. I feel like the first and the second, they really belong closely together with it, which is the Chariot. Okay, that means moving forward. What drives us? What are we driven to? And this is like looking out into the world. So we don't want to be stagnant. Things are happening. We're looking out. We're moving forward, and we want to have progress. Okay, these are very much cards of progress. We don't yet know where the journey is going. We're looking at, we're going like, oh, okay, I could travel there, I could, you know, I can see that and whatever, but still standing there a bit undecided. So it's really about, you feel that urge to move and to, you know, to get things going and everything, but you might not quite have the focus yet that you know exactly, oh, that's my target, I want to go there, you know, right there. So, you know, so you can like let your horses run. So you might, you know, you might want to think about that now, because the horses, I think, are running. So they're ready to go, chomping at the bits, you know. That's basically what that is. Then we have the Empress, which is all about, like, you know, again, love. We're talking about Venus here. You know, the love, the fertility, the being able to hold and not feel guilty when you you know, when you do something for yourself as well as others, you know, and you love yourself, you pamper yourself, you take care of yourself, your body, mind and soul. You don't neglect any part of that. That is very important as well. So if you want to be a change maker and you want to bring something about, you can only pour from a full cup, not an empty one, obviously. So and it's also, it's about the divine feminine that's coming to the fore. Okay, so we need to find another way to interact with each other, a more empathetic way, but in a grounded way, not like all up in, you know, in the spiritual realm and things, but really like make it physical. You know, it's one thing to think about stuff and do spiritual work, which is wonderful, but we mustn't forget we live in a mundane world, in a material world. We move around in it, you know. It's like, here's the computer, I can touch that. Talking to you. So I'm having a message which is spiritual in nature, you know, doing tarot reading or something, but I'm using physical devices to actually relay them across. So that's basically what that is, you know. Bring that all together. Don't forget yourself, your your physical self, your body, take care of yourself, because now comes the colder time. It's going to be Halloween soon. In the supermarkets, there's already Christmas stuff, and it's cold outside, and we like to drink hot chocolate and whatever, and we tend to maybe also eat more comfort food and not move around so much outside because it's colder in many parts of the world, like here. It's not that cold yet here in Germany. We've got autumn now. It was quite nice to walk today. We went, my youngest and I, we went to the local supermarket, and they've got other things, bits and pieces as well. So which was nice, you know. We got some stuff for my daughter's best friend. Well, my child's best friend. Sorry, she's yeah, sometimes I forget. My child's best friend, and she's non-binary, and I'm allowed to say she. And yeah, but anyway, she goes by all pronouns, she says. And so basically, you know, we went there. We had great fun picking out a few items. I got a little thing for myself as well. And I've, you know, so it was just a little thing. It wasn't expensive, but it's like I got little tea lights that smell of orange, and they were orange, so, you know, dyed. And I love the smell of orange and lemon and these kind of citrusy fruits. They're very nice. And then, yeah. You know, they were all like, you know, just €3, but I'm so looking forward to sitting in my living room later on in my favorite reading chair, having one of them on, and just you know, reading a book and having that smell and feeling nice and really enjoying that, you know, with a nice herbal tea. So yeah, that's nice. But yeah, anyway, so, you know, do something for yourself. Doesn't have to cost you the world. Sometimes, you know, there's also free things to be had. Don't neglect that in the face of things going wrong. Okay? So also the darker period can be like the darker period in our psyche, because if you're like me, the lack of sunlight might make you depressed a bit or more. Some people have it stronger than others. I just, you know, have the lights burning everywhere in the house, where in the rooms that I am. Obviously not lighting up empty rooms, but, you know, I like to have bright light. So, you know, that helps me feeling better and happier, because even though there's light outside during the day, it's a bit grey, and that kind of makes me feel a bit grey inside. So yeah, that's basically it. And yeah, it's a time now where we really have to face things like, where are things out of the rudder? Like, where do we go wrong? Where do we avoid things? What is weighing on us? Do we have any kind of addictions, coping mechanisms, and stuff that are not very healthy for us, and, you know, physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever, that kind of thing. So it's easy to curl up inside and just shut the world out when we don't feel on top of our game, and we are worried about things, maybe in our personal lives, issues that come up that we're dealing with ourselves, or like maybe the world at large might, you know, can be frightening when you think about it. All the things happening that are really a lot less than light, obviously. It doesn't help anybody if you get all depressed over it. It doesn't mean you don't care, okay? you can do things, but still retain your equilibrium, look after yourself, and replenish yourself in order to be able to better help the people that you can help, where you have, in whichever way that is, online, written, orally talking, going on demonstrations, or just, helping an elderly neighbor with their shopping, carrying that home, anything like that. It's like when you can do something good for somebody else without over-sacrificing and really self-sacrificing, obviously, in healthy boundaries. You help the world a little bit with, every good intention, every good, loving, kind thought, deed, energy that you put out there. So the more people operate on that, you will see the ripple effect in the mass consciousness. And so that's a really good thing. Yeah, but we really need to, with the horned god as well for this time, that is also for me in this reading, because it's beside the Empress, is like the divine masculine in the not the divine masculine, the toxic masculine, the old patterns that we have, the old structures and and institutions and things like that. And there might be a time for change now. It's coming, okay, it's starting now, and we need to find a healthy way of bringing in the feminine and the masculine and bringing that together in a healthy, balanced way, not in a toxic way, not one domineering the other, but like really being in balance. Okay, so that is very important, to find balance. It's never good, like, obviously when you've been in one extreme and the pendulum swings to the other side, you've got to be in the other extreme, and then you go like, that's probably not that great either, because something is going wrong here as well. So then you kind of, need to swing out and bring it back into the middle, find a balance. And so that is also the Empress, well, the devil telling the Empress, like, that there is a bit of there can, for some people, be a bit of a tendency to overindulgence. So you might want to watch that a little bit, because, again, too much is not good either. Don't get lazy. Don't, obviously rest when you have to. I'm not talking like you have to be on the go 24/7, but things like, just do a little walk in the morning or whenever you've got time, even if it's 15-20 minutes, just do a little round about the block and, get your juices flowing, so to speak. And, don't just sit in your armchair all day and all night and not move at all, that kind of thing, which is, for everything in life, obviously. So, but you've got the drive to do that. The Chariot and the two of Wands is there. There is, that fire, the inspiration is like, okay, I need to move forward. So where do we want to move forward to? Okay, have a look, find your focal point, and then do that. Okay. And again, back to Al-Uza here, something has to die for good stuff to happen. So you have to let go of things. Old stuff has to die, and it's going to be uncomfortable. So, but the only thing that should be dying is like metaphorically, and obviously, unless somebody dies of old age or because they're very sick, which I don't wish on anybody, obviously, but not brought on by violence. That's absolutely not okay, as we know. We should know. Yeah, but that's the thing. So let us step forward, find our focus, go ahead, go forth into the world, inside of us, outside of us. I think that feels a lot more like we're in the physical at the moment. So, you might want to do some grounding as well, and enjoy some physical activities. You can even do like creative projects where you use your hands, like, I don't know, painting, crafting, things like that. Or even when you write or type on your computer, you actually write, with a pen and paper. That works differently on the brain as well. So that helps to put things in order, and don't let yourself be blinded by things that are not very helpful. Okay, and in some cases toxic. So try and find a happy balance and healthy balance, okay, whatever you do. And I wish you so much love, and I'll see you next week. Again, all the links are in the description below. You might want to like this video, subscribe to my channel if you haven't done so already. And if you go on my website, any page on my website has on the top where you can subscribe to my newsletter. You can choose if you want the romance author newsletter or the spiritual newsletter, or both. In some cases, some people have subscribed to both. So feel free to do that. Check out my services, because I've got a lot of wonderful offers. I've got goddess empowerment readings, I've got past life regression, healing sessions, and if it's not there, you want something, tell me. Let me know, we talk about it. Anyway, yeah, and I'm working on some classes for going into next year. I want to do some here at home as well. And that's exciting. That will need some preparation, but I'm so excited about doing that. So thank you so much for watching. So much love, and I'll see you next week.